I have a question. What do you do after you have done all the touristy bits? Hello, my name is Polly and welcome to the Visit Tallinn travel show where we get to explore Tallinn like a local. In this episode, I really want to highlight some really cool and interesting places where you can wind down after you had a very lovely, busy touristing day around Tallinn. So in this episode, we're going to try some lovely wines and we're even going to explore a secret bar here in Tallinn that is included in top 50 discovery list. Le Saba number 1. We're kicking things off with a very well-established and locally beloved place that is celebrating 30 years this year. This pub is called Hell Hunt and it's mostly known for its very attentive and friendly service and a large variety of beers. So let's pop in and see what this place is all about. If you will be walking here in the pub, you'll see quite a few pictures of the wolf. It's because in Estonian this pub is called Hell Hunt, which translated to English means the affectionate or gentle wolf. Hell Hunt has a whopping 15 different beers on tap. These guys also brew their own beers. So of course I had to try them out. I went for the Hell's Hunt special beers, including the ale which was highly recommended by one of the staff members and the light beer. Let's have a sip, I'm really thirsty. It's a nice, lovely, classy beer. Very lovely. Hell Hunt actually serves really good lunch and dinner dishes, but I wanted to highlight some Estonian local peculiarities, snacks that we like to have when we drink our beer. You might have heard that we love dumplings, but we love them, especially when they're nice, crispy and deep fried. Let's get plenty of that sauce in. Okay, I think it's like a mix of ketchup and capers and mayo, which is really lovely and nice. Let's taste the Hell's Hunt ale. I think that's what's up.
Wow!
Another very famous snack that we love to have with our beer is this garlicky fried dark bread. This is what I grew up with. You can't go wrong with that. This is so delicious. Crunchy, garlicky. I mean, as far as you don't have a hot date after that, you're fine. Or just make sure that your hot date is also into garlic. Personally, I think that one of the highlights of Hell Hunt is this beautiful summer garden, summer terrace here. I mean, we are filming at the beginning of April, but by the time you will be watching this video, this lovely place is going to transform into this gorgeous summer beer garden. Perfect place for you to rest your feet when you're going to be exploring the old town of Tallinn. Cheers, guys. I'm currently next to the town hall square, and what I love about Tallinn is the fact that you can have some great food and drink experiences right next to the main top attractions, and our next spot is not even a minute away from here. Let's go. Mikkeller is the latest addition to the Old Town scene. It's a Danish brand that serves 100 bottled beers plus 16 craft beer brews with a strong focus on sour beer flavors.
We like to have like a nice selection of different styles from different brewers. Quite a big fans of wild ales, so we always like to have like sour beers on tap. We like lagers, we have IPAs. We try to have a good mix of beers.
I personally have never, I think, tasted sour beer, so how would you describe? How does it taste like?
Have you had dry cider?
Yeah.
Dry wine? Some beer?
Yeah.
Think of all those three together in a very good way.
Okay, I'm intrigued. I'm not gonna lie. I'm really, really intrigued right now.
Awesome,
yeah,
let's do it.
Thanks so much. Yay. Blown away by the variety of brews, I decided to order 4 different beers that were recommended by the staff. I've got the beers. I'm here to taste them. Let's start with number 4.
So it's our flagship lager. Super easy to drink, very summery, very nice and fresh.
Oh my God.
And for sure, if you don't want something too heavy, then we have a Berliner Weisse, which is called Ich Bin.
Wow. It's kind of like a dry raspberry cider with a little bit of beer. Very refreshing, and I really like the color. They have created this menu here in collaboration with Kenneth Karjanen, who is a local amazing chef, and we're going to be doing an episode about his Barbara restaurant in the upcoming weeks. So definitely subscribe if you want to see more. So this is the beef tartare, and what I love is the garnish on top, that dill with some spring onion. Smells like summer. I'm just gonna go for it. I mean, this is good. This is really, really good. This is like summer on a plate with my nice, lovely beers. I'm enjoying it. This is chicken liver pate, and it just wiggles. We have nice, crispy sourdough, a good, healthy amount of chicken liver pate, and pomegranate and jelly on top. All right, come to mama.
Also something very, very special. It's a wild ale, so it's made with wild yeast, and also we add some Riesling grapes to it, so it gives it a very nice funkiness, roundness. So if you want something that's really out of the box, you can go for this one.
Oh, mamma mia. Okay, it's slightly on the sourish side, I'm not gonna lie. But if you have this very fatty pate next to it, it's actually a really nice combination. It is also 8.4%, so have a couple of these ones in the sun and you're gonna be happy and merry. This is Vixen Vinatag. This is this very chic, gorgeous, lovely wine bar that has a very great atmosphere. And I've heard that they're serving the largest number of wine by the glass. So let's just jump in and taste some wine. I'm going to be totally honest with you here. I'm not really well versed in wine. So I'm very happy that the staff here is super knowledgeable. And I'm going to have a chat with Trina here tonight to learn more about their wines here.
My name is Trino. We are in the Vixen wine bar in the old town of Tallinn. I am here sommelier. I would say our speciality maybe would be USA, mainly kind of California, also Luxembourg and Austria.
You got me at the Luxembourg, so shall we start our wine tasting from that wine here?
So here we have wine from Luxembourg. It's made from Chardonnay, quite full-bodied, but very elegant, very nicely drinkable.
Is that? Wow. This is the first time I'm seeing anything like this. What is this?
Yes. So it's a very handy device for sommeliers. It's called Caravan. What it does is it puts the needle through the cork. To pump the wine out, it puts an argon gas inside, which is a neutral gas, so the wine doesn't have any contact with oxygen. So I take it off, and it's basically like closed. First, you want to swirl the wine to give it some more air to release the aromas, and stick your nose in it and smell. Cheers.
Cheers.
Welcome.
Oh. Luxembourg is not definitely a country that I would picture when I'm thinking about wine.
If you think about it, it's a small country between France and Germany, which are both big wine countries. And of course, Luxembourg is very small. Their production is very small, but they make some fantastic wines over there.
So we also have a lovely cheese and meat platter.
So I think the Morbier would be a fantastic choice.
I really like how the ash layer kind of cuts through the cheese.
So historically, they used to have the morning milking and evening milking, and in the meantime, to keep the milk freshly, just through a layer of ashes. So nowadays, they just do it for the tradition. This is wine by Brundelmeier. It's from the Kamptal region in Austria, and it's made from a grape called Zweigelt. So that's a local red grape, but this particular one is a rosé. Very young vintage, so should be very fresh.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, this is more like citrusy, more summery, more playful. And what would you have with that wine?
Maybe let's try this time with the speck ham. It's not too heavily salted. It should be a bit milder.
Is it smoky? No? A little bit, yeah. Oh, I love that. Never in my life I would have thought that I can pair rosé with speck. But this is delicious.
Puzzle pieces that shouldn't go together, but they do.
Somehow they do work really nice. I feel like I'm having this very educated evening. Not just enjoying the wine, but you're also learning a lot about the wine. Cheers. Thank you so much. What an experience and what a place. I'm smiling from ear to ear. And can I just point out that they also have this lovely, gorgeous tables here outside where you can sit, enjoy your wine with probably some of the best views on the St. Olave's Church. Name me a better place, huh? We're off to the next spot. It is time to shake things up and show you Noblessna, the neighborhood that is next to the sea. One of my favorite things here in Noblessner is this terrace here behind me. The sun is going to be setting just behind these buildings, so you'll be able to see these sunsets. And I think that some of the best views on Tallinn are from this terrace, from this platform here. We're here for Kaiv Bar, who are specializing in cocktails made with agave spirits. Okay. I'm staying here and I'm not going back home. This is awesome. Andre, the owner of Kaiv Bar, invited me to have a chat about the bar, as well as to try a few things from his private collection.
Hello there, I'm Andrei.
Hi.
Welcome to Agaveria.
So I'm looking at your beautiful wall here, which is like topped with gorgeous pictures. Can you talk a little bit more about them?
All you see behind me are the different steps of agave spirit production. Our main why we do it is to tell people more. We use our menu, we use our wall, we use our surroundings just to tell the story and guide you through the gastronomical experience as an Mexican embassy of Tallinn.
I love it.
Agaveria obviously stands for agave drinks, and we do have most of selection made of agave. But then we also have things like Sotol, for example. One of Noche Luna's owners is Lenny Kravitz.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
Cheers, Lenny.
Hi. Cheers, Lenny. We have bottles that are owned by Carlos Santana, by George Clooney, and so on, so on, so on.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Ooh, that is nice. It's kind of like, yes, I'm ready for the night. But one thing that I really want to try is this here.
These
What are we
bad
looking
boys.
at? Yeah, what are we looking at?
We are looking at chapulinas. These guys are sun-dried grasshoppers. We got them from La Colula market. It's a village near Oaxaca city. They use chapulinas as a flavoring. So instead of salt and pepper, just sprinkle on top and have your taco.
Never would have thought that I'm gonna eat something like that in a tequila bar. No. Wow, okay. Hello.
Yeah.
Really crunchy, salty, a little bit of that. I wouldn't say spiciness, there isn't any spice.
the other ones are.
I am ready to start mixing cocktails. I'm not gonna lie, I had a very educational but also amazing chat with Andre. His love and passion you can see as soon as you enter this beautiful bar. And I've got myself El Diablo cocktail that is made by Rauna. We have tequila reposado inside, agave syrup, some lime, a bit of ginger beer for freshness, and something very unexpected is the blueberry foam on top. And when you smell it, you can actually smell fresh blueberries. Ooh. All right, you definitely get tequila. You get a bit of that zinginess from ginger beer. And then the blueberry foam adds a little bit of that sourness, which is extremely refreshing. And the cocktail is served on this beautiful Mexican tile, which makes the whole experience even more authentic. And honestly, I have to say that me and Simone are having a fantastic night so far. But the journey is not finished yet. We are off to the next spot. We have finally arrived at our final destination, the secret bar that is hidden behind this door that is located on the edge of the old town. And the only way you know it's here, by this very tiny small plaque that it says the name of the bar and the telephone number that you need to call in order to get in. Let's call them. This bar is very mysterious. Basically, when I was doing my research, I was trying to highlight the places that have a very specific vibe. Whisper Sister definitely has a very sophisticated but very chilled down vibe to the place. I really enjoy these tropical wallpapers here. The perfect place for a first date. And the main thing that I think will wow absolutely anyone, look at this bar. Before the tasting, I sat down with Jiri to learn more about Whisper Sister and what it's like running a speakeasy cocktail bar. If you were to summarize Whisper Sister, what would you say about Whisper Sister? What makes it unique? What makes it special?
Very good cocktails, great atmosphere, high quality service. We like to be very invested in the service that we give. People really enjoy the speakeasy motif when you have to call a phone number to get into the bar. You wait out in the cold for a little bit, but as soon as the door opens, there's the red carpet and a friendly face who says hi to you, takes you down, takes off your jacket, hangs it up, shows you the place, and sits you at your table. You're always taken care of when you walk in here.
What sort of cocktails are we going to be trying here today?
Today we're gonna try something from both spectrums of our menu. I'm gonna start you off with a slightly easier gin sour, shaken with a little bit of basil, bergamot, and cardamom. That is currently our best-selling cocktail called Weekend in Pompeii. On the other hand, I'm also gonna show you something that we do on the much more creative and weird side, and we're gonna do a cognac old-fashioned with a dash of teriyaki sauce.
Cognac old-fashioned with a dash of teriyaki sauce.
like cocktails, guys.
I've got myself Pompeii Weekend, which is a crowd pleaser here in Tallinn. It smells very strongly of basil, but if I smell it closer here, it smells like a cardamom bun. Oh my god, because it has a little bit of cardamom on top. Let's taste it. Oh, I really actually like it. It's very fresh, very summery, not too sweet at all. And cardamom is actually just only on the nose. You don't really taste any of that.
Beijing old-fashioned,
Yeah.
cognac, Amaro.
So, the second cocktail today I'm tasting is not just an old-fashioned, it's a Beijing old-fashioned. I personally love old-fashioned, so I'm very excited to see what this cocktail is all about. It is based on cognac and it is aged with prunes for 5 days before it gets to any customer's drink, so that's very exciting. And the anise star on top just adds a little bit of that playfulness. And again, it's served in this very classic, sophisticated glass. I love the presentation. Cheers, guys. Ooh, strong aromas. Ooh, it's slightly on the sweeter side. You definitely have a bit of that prune flavor coming through. You have a bit of wine, you have a bit of multi, all the spirits that I have no idea and I have never heard of them before, but somehow here they're coming together and it's really lovely, very kind of end of the night cocktail. Oh, if you want to really impress someone, this is the way to go. We started in the very heart of the old town at the Hell Hunt, and we made all our way back to the old town again. But honestly, I feel like I have traveled through Europe throughout this episode. And as always, all the places will be linked in the description box below. I am already super excited for you guys to go and explore each and every bar for yourself. I'm Polly, welcome to the Visit Tallinn Travel Series, and I will see you in the very next one.